Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing turn-based strategy game Epic Little War Game. Game features a campaign mode where you're up against the AI, and it gives the AI a lot more units and a lot more defenses that you have to hammer through. It also has online play where you can play other people, and skirmish mode, which is what I'm going to show off. Skirmish mode has a bunch of different maps that it comes with, a lot of maps actually, more than I've seen in a lot of strategy games. You can also make your own maps using the random map generator. However, you can't actually customize any of the options, so it picks how many players it is and how many tiles it takes up at random, which is kind of annoying if you want to pick a specific map size and specific number of players out. But I do like the fact that it does have a random map generator. So because of that, I'm just going to pick one of the default maps here. I think that one's pretty good. So we'll just do 2 players. You can pick which faction you want. Different factions will give you different bonuses, and I'm just going to do random for both. And then this map is symmetric, so it'll be pretty fair. So away we go. Oh yeah, that's right. I had that set up for a team match last time. So, okay. So turn-based game. The objective is to destroy the other team's headquarters, which is the building that you start out with. The way you do that is by accumulating coins. The way you do that is by extracting oil from these oil locations, and then you'll also need power to power your buildings, and then you build units and then go invade the other people. So we're going to send my little builder guy out, and he can do that on his first turn, and I'll have a second builder, and I'm Iron Fist, so tanks are good for me, so I will remember that, and I'll actually probably just spam tanks. We're going to send him out this way, and I'll have him get that stuff, and then we'll end our turn. And we'll watch the AI. The AI absolutely loves to build power plants for whatever reason. And I'm playing this game on easy difficulty because anything above easy, the AI gets a significant resource bonus. On normal, it gets twice as much money per turn than you do, and on hard, it gets 4 times, which is ridiculous. In my opinion, that it gets that much of an advantage. It needs that much of an advantage to be competitive in the game. The AI basically plays each scenario the same every time, where it just builds up around its base, and then you can go and fairly easily take it out. So you can see here I'm basically going to build up a large monetary advantage by building these oil platforms, which give you 50 gold per turn. And then I'm going to try to control the middle of the map here. That's basically what it is, and as you'll see, you really need to control the middle of the map because units have extremely stupid trees have extremely low movement ranges, even things like airplanes and helicopters, which is kind of crazy. Go up here. So we're just focusing on oil and just racking up the money. Those are going to be annoying though. I actually will probably build my factory now. It takes a turn for it to go, but and I need to build some more up here. I need to blow these trees up actually. Give myself more room to build. Other than that, I think I'm good. You can see 2 power plants for no reason and a 1 oil platform. So the skirmish AI is not very good, as you can see. It's better in the campaign mode where they're given more stuff to begin with, and they actually will, once I start building units, they will go out and start countering what I'm doing. So I think this is the recon tank, which splash damage will do that definitely. So, took out that 1 tree with a bunch of rockets. We can do some more out of that too. So you can see this has an attack range of 3 to 5 hexes away. See what I want to do here. That's actually kind of about it. I will move up a little bit though. I do want to build, really, I should build some turrets up here is actually probably what I'll do next. I'm going to send him back. He's going to need to build some power like next turn, so I don't need to do that first. He's going to say, oh, nope, no units yet. Alright, sure. Another thing you can notice is that you can move units and then attack and then move them again, which is interesting. So let me get my power plant up. Then I'm going to move him here. I'm going to get these oil. And then I'm going to go here and build a sentry gun. This game is very much heavily favors defenders. All the turrets will automatically fire between each turn. The buildings have a lot of health, so you really need to have units that give you splash damage, which are essentially these. You have grenadiers, you have artillery units, which is what this is, and then bombers for airplanes in order to actually take out the enemies. And build another power station because I am going to do an airfield next turn, I think. Because of that, the games last way too long, much longer than they actually should. As you'll see shortly. I'm going to take this guy out pretty easily. He hasn't even built any units yet. So, I got some extreme monetary advantages here. So I'm just going to start taking his stuff out. Actually, it'd be worse if he loses a constructor now. Alright, so let's see what I want to do here. Build an airport. Oh, terrain is blocked. We move a space. Oop, and then build an airport.
Got some?
Maybe. Okay, there we go. Right next to his base. But he doesn't have any units, so basically there's nothing he's going to be able to do about that, and I'm just going to destroy him, essentially. I'm going to keep him back. If you long press on people, you can see their range, so you know kind of where to keep units outside of the enemy attack ability. And because these units move so slowly, even the helicopters move so slowly, you really have to press at the beginning of the game, and then go after and build like basically halfway through the map, because otherwise you're going to wait 5 turns for your units to move. Another kind of consequence of that is it's very much easier to defend than it is to attack. So this game again really favors defending rather than attacking. Yeah, I have an insane amount of money more than he does, so I'm going to take his builder out. Again, builders cost 200, so that's really going to cripple him. Alright, so actually probably build another factory. And I don't have enough power for it, but I will once I move this guy here and build another power plant. So that's kind of why the AI builds so many power plants, but why do you need 2 power plants when you have absolutely no buildings that are using them? Doesn't really make sense. And he's totally screwed. Basically. Alright, so you'll notice that the interface is actually pretty good, but there's no next unit button, or at least I haven't found it. Maybe there's some arbitrary keyboard shortcut. I did find out that you can't rotate the view using the arrow keys, so that's something at least. That's kind of my main complaint about the AI. Now below each, or the interface, below each of the units, they have a green circle or a green hex that they can move, and red if they can attack. So at least you have that ability to see that. Well, bombers can go after, or marauders go after buildings. So we're going to do that. We're just going to go take out his HQ, essentially.
Give me something. Get my stacks.
I think that's all I kind of want to do.
I'll do it all for
And he's not going to be able to do anything. So, he's going to spawn one of those guys, and that's basically it. Oh, there we go. Well, I need to obviously attack that. So I will. And he just wasted all of his money on that, so that's good.
that. Using muscle.
Sir. Affirmative. Lollygagging order.
One thing you can do is you can attack their power plants, which will make it so none of their buildings work. But there's, no real reason to do that. And double take.
Take me a picture. Tango down.
Take me a picture.
Yeah, they can do 1 to 3 hexes. That's basically it for that. So I'm pretty much
Got my attention. I'll do it all for
pretty much done. And then even if you go on a higher difficulty level, the AI doesn't really play any better. They just get more money. So they still do the same kind of stupid stuff of spamming power plants early on and not building units early enough in most cases.
Give me something. Yes, sir.
And we're just going to take out their HQ. It should end the
Right
game.
and ready. Yep. Licking.
Almost. Actually, we should be able to use this guy to take him out. Yep. There you go, that's it. Yay. He's very excited that I won that. So there you go, that's Epic Little War Game. Like I said, the campaign has a lot of scripted missions that makes the AI play better simply because it gets a lot of static defenses and units and bases to build those units and a lot of resources that it can use to go after you. And actually, when it does have a lot of resources, it does a pretty good job countering your units. I have played games better than the one I just showed, where if you have air units, they'll come out with anti-air units, try to take advantage of the type of units that you have. I like the ability to generate randomized maps in skirmish games. I just wish you could customize the size and the number of opponents in the game when you're doing it. And that, like you saw, the AI is not very good in skirmish games. They build too many power plants. They don't focus on units quickly enough. They really actually do need that unfair economic benefit that they get on anything above easy. Game tries to do a sense of humor, which I honestly don't find funny at all. I think it tries a little bit too hard, and it just becomes annoying and repetitive after a while. The interface could use a next unit or idle unit button in order to find units, especially when things start getting more complicated later on in the game and you'll have a lot of units floating around. The basics of the game are pretty easy to grasp, which is nice for beginners. Use oil to purchase things, power to make your buildings go. And then you have a number of different buildings, which are either defensive in nature or they produce units. You basically have infantry, vehicles, air units, and sea units that all engage infantry, vehicles, air units, sea units, and buildings, plus a scout, and basically have different flavors of that. There's definitely units that are favored in the game, which are the ones that give splash damage, namely the grenadier infantry unit and the artillery units. Because the building health is so high, it's really, really easy to defend. And in addition to that, its turrets are very effective. If any unit stays within the range of the turret at the end of the turn, they're basically eliminated or pretty close to it. Because of that, games last way longer than they should. Everything moves so slow in addition, so it's really hard to make an attack. Even if you're really winning the game, the enemy can pump out 1 or 2 units and just take down all of your glass cannons very easily and quickly, which means you have to keep, building unit-producing structures very close to their base in order to make everything arrive in a turn and be able to attack things quickly and try to take those buildings out. But even again, the games just last way too long, and it should be resolved way sooner than it should. And all of that is due to the game mechanics, due to the movement speed of the units, due to how much damage they can do on buildings, and due to how effective turrets are. That's basically why this game is difficult to recommend. It is easy to approach for beginners because of its relatively easy to understand gameplay. I do like the randomized maps, but the gameplay mechanics make it so that the game lasts too long and is really tedious and not fun to play in the long run right after you got a couple games under your belt. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.